Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to more Zero Hour. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. Today we are on that map again, Stonehenge. Very beautiful and detailed map, as you can see here in the middle. And today the matchup we have for you, let's find the player. We have China Vanilla for the green player, which is ViViD. Nice little symbols going on here. All the way down in the south, we have the orange player. Let's play with the China Infantry today, and this is Big SiZe. So Big SiZe with the army advantage. He's not one usually to do the lame strat, which is two war factories, spamming outposts and flamers to try and just overwhelm the China. He typically likes to play more standard, which is like make outposts. But sometimes you can see that build order get hit pretty hard. So if you make a pretty full outpost and the enemy goes MiGs and then just gets two MiGs and clicks on your outpost can suddenly be dead very quickly. But SiZe is not going for a full outpost initially. It looks like he's actually going for the oil capture instead. He's going to go and try and grab that bunker, but you'll see that ViViD is actually inside of it already. ViViD has his red guard, so SiZe should see what is up here, and he should know that there's an oil up there with a red guard already to capture that as well. When you see one, you can pretty much guarantee there's going to be another one. But ViViD's first unit here is an outpost. He could get the crush here. SiZe also has the capture upgrade. SiZe dropping down a bunker over on the left-hand side, sending a minigunner over to his left-hand side as well to get the artillery platform. SiZe looks like he wants to stop this red guard, but is he going to get crushed? He does get crushed. I feel like SiZe could have microed that a little bit better. Definitely could have microed that a little bit better, because it's actually quite hard to crush a minigunner. It's like the hardest unit in the game to crush. Something to do with like you have to hit the perfect middle. In terms of the geometry of the unit, you have to hit it direct dead center. You can't just hit it on the edge like you can with a ranger or a rebel or something like that. ViViD runs a gat into this bunker. And he's also got a pretty low outpost over here. We'll get cracked open by the minigunner. ViViD sends his very injured Gatling tank back, and he's now transitioning into mix. TNT has been planted on that building, and Flamer is going to go past it. 1 second. Yeah, oh, it goes down. That's a very big mistake there from SiZe. I don't know what's up with his couple of units there. Lost that minigunner pretty much for nothing. He could have microed it a little bit more, got a bit more out of it, and didn't have to put that Flamer anywhere near that bunker. It was pretty obvious that was going to go off about then, I thought. It's very hard to see the numbers, but I'm pretty sure I saw it go to 2 and then 1, and as I said it exploded. So, I mean, if I can see it, there's no reason why Big SiZe can't see it. I'm sure we play in the same resolution. So SiZe expanding now to a third. ViViD also expanding to a third. ViViD with a nice load of gats here in the middle, and he's now getting the MiGs up. Yeah, SiZe is going to need a prop. He's going to need the ECMs. He's going to need assault troop crawlers, because once the MiGs are up, they can just literally free pick off units. Any outpost, stray outpost that just pushes forward can just be one shot down by the MiGs. SiZe does have an additional oil, though, that ViViD does not have. SiZe is on his third. ViViD now fully established on his third as well. Both players established on their own safe oil on the right side of their bases. That middle oil there does go down. This bunker, the crazy range that we've seen in many games before on this map. I don't even think it's that crazy. I think just because it's a bit of a hill, it makes it look more crazy than it actually is. SiZe evacs at bang on the wrong time, but that outpost is doomed anyway. As I always say, when China has MiGs, there's pretty much nothing that infantry can do. You're going to need some sneaky attacks, maybe a sneaky helix around the back or a super lotus, something like that. Just sending the occasional outpost to random places is just going to get one shot by the MiGs. ViViD choosing just to kill that second oil there in the middle, and SiZe is going to get flushed out of this building. Is he going to be able to plant a TNT? I think he could have planted a TNT on the flamer there. That's another mistake there from SiZe. Loses another outpost. I think ViViD is playing very well here, as you would expect, like from a kind of level player that he is with China Vanilla. I don't think he's done anything too crazy special, but I just don't think SiZe does the best strats sometimes. I think laming it and going for the 2 war factories initially is a stronger strat here. I think going the single war factory just leaves you totally open to these MiGs. Does lose a unit there, but he can still make this work if the super lotus can close down the MiGs whilst they're landed. But if ViViD plays it correctly, he will keep an outpost and a gat nearby to his airfields, or he'll keep mines on it, so when it says stealth unit detected, because the Lotus detects stealth, then he'll know there's a Super Lotus nearby. But SiZe is looking like he's getting heavily pushed here on the right-hand side already. SiZe did lose one MiG, and is probably going to lose a chunk of his base here because there's a flamer in his base. So both players don't have many ground units out. This is all it pretty much is for SiZe, but he's losing his base to this flamer. What is he going to be able to do against that? Has he got anything out? It needs an ECM or something, but looks like he's just going to lose his supply. He hasn't even made anything from his war factory for a while, actually. With all their MiGs out now, they can just one-shot all out if you just spread your MiGs out a little bit. Was that a barracks that went down there as well? I think it was. Another little symbol here. Not sure exactly what them symbols mean, but I'm sure someone in the comments will know what they mean. Is it some symbols from Stonehenge? The famous landmark in the UK. I've driven past Stonehenge, but I've never actually been up to the rocks and stuff. But I remember I mentioned this bit on a previous video, and people told me to go up there. And is it winter solstice? Someone said to go up there. I think there's a big gathering at that time of year, that day of the year rather. It's like, isn't winter solstice when it's like the shortest day, I think. When you have the least hours of sunlight. And from that point, every day gets lighter. Okay, MiGs take out another outpost, but yeah, SiZe is just not able to get anything done just because once these MiGs are out, like, you need a massive blob of units. You need ECMs and multiple assault troop crawlers, but SiZe just doesn't have the cash for it. He's just getting picked off by the MiGs, and the MiGs can just come back and kill that as well. SiZe is the one on a time limit. ViViD is also now level 3. Bunker going up for ViViD over on the left-hand side. Super Lotus is going to make its way in, but SiZe just doesn't have very much at all. If he can get himself to level 3 and maybe kill a couple of these airfields, that could even things up. But even then, you would still argue that ViViD's ahead. SiZe does have a number of MiGs up himself. This supply here for ViViD does get sold. There's a lot of money here because these crates are like 7.5k each. I think. Yeah, 7,050, not quite 7.5. SiZe is going to try and capture the CC, but I think that is the wrong move. I think he should have been going deep into the base and hid his Lotus there. But he's probably thinking the deeper he goes in, then maybe there's a chance of an outpost being there. But if you just look at this, a big stream of units here from ViViD. SiZe is looking a little bit outclassed here in this particular matchup. He's never really got himself rolling, but just don't want to sound like a broken record, but it just all comes down to being brutal and lame and doing the most strong strat, which is 2 suppliers and 2 war factories here. If he had opened with 2 war factories, he could have sent a flamer to that middle oil and to that right oil, denied them both straight away and put the pressure on ViViD, and then with the next few units that he produces, the next like 4 units, just send them all down the middle of the map, and eventually you'll break through and start to overwhelm him. ViViD comes in with a massive firestorm, takes out the MiGs, all the MiGs go crashing to the ground, and this is a complete stomping, really. I think another build order SiZe could have done, which another thing he's not very lame on, which is a very strong strat, is a helix. Very, very simple. Fill up a helix full of tank hunters and 1 minigunner, send it across the map and just kill ViViD. it's not really rocket science. There would have been one gat, maybe maximum 2 gats. But by that time, you could have killed them both, evac'd in front of the war factory, and just killed everything. That's never strong build order that he could have done. Maybe SiZe is just a little bit too predictable, or plays too standard sometimes. Artillery comes in, kills the 3rd supply there of ViViD, but actually that's the only supply of ViViD currently. He's remaking one over here. Carpet bomb comes in, but there's no supplies on there anyway, so ViViD really does not care at all. Okay, he lost a couple of trucks that he could have used to collect from here or something. SiZe has captured an oil over on the right hand side using the Super Lotus. But it's just all about these MiGs. That's why I said that Lotus before, instead of capturing the CC, should have gone over and captured an airfield instead, because without the MiGs, suddenly things become a lot more even. or a lot more in SiZe's favor, let's say. Ooh, sneaky flamer from ViViD. SiZe under big pressure. Has even got another dozer. Yeah, he does have another dozer. He's selling his supply over here, but he doesn't have enough cash to rebuild his CC. He's not even... Oh, he does have enough cash to sell his CC now. To build a new CC. But look at that, man. It's, it's just all about the MiGs. It's so simple. If the enemy gets loads of MiGs and you're infantry, you better have a massive army or a sneaky way of closing down the airfields. SiZe is trying to rebuild his CC. Does he really think he still has a chance? That carpet bomb should have been between there. Imagine that carpet bomb that achieved nothing actually went down there and killed both of the airfields when all 8 MiGs were landed. That would have been a really good game. But that's just a really strong performance from ViViD. And very mediocre there from big SiZe. Yeah, GG, well played. I know some of you like these short ones, but sometimes they are a little bit one-sided. SiZe didn't really get rolling at all there. But just shows you what a high-level player ViViD is winning with China Vanilla there. When there's definitely a few build orders and a few things SiZe could have done there. It wasn't like an unwinnable... ViViD didn't play like super godlike. SiZe just played mediocre, in my view anyway. But you let me know what you thought in the comments. GG, well played, and see you in the next one.